Luckily, it's already been done, so I can actually fast forward.
Hello, DBD universe. We're so happy to have you back here in our living room.
Yep.
Nice living room you got. It's bigger than mine.
I live here. It's my bedroom. Welcome, everybody. We have a fantastic show for you
1.5
today.
speed.
This is, one of our
No, I'm going to fast forward with the arrows.
Which we've kicked off just a few months ago. With each one, we're and not just hear from us.
Sound's gone off.
A lot to talk about. You'll be on Tuesday.
The sound's already having issues.
A lot of this show is going to be what you're going to see in that PTB. We've seen some of you have already seen some of our.
So there's going to be a PTB on
some very
Tuesday.
quick news, and then we're going to get to all that content. So get comfy.
The rates add-on soot.
Oh, we go.
We've got something much more specific going on with Wraith.
Yeah, we're monitoring a situation right now with.
Wait, is that bloody Mandy? Have they got Mandy on there? Can I turn it up a tiny bit? No, I can't. Like, this is like something that always gets asked. I can't do it. There's no actual thing I can do. Is that Mandy? I feel like it is. That's crazy.
Add-on soot and the action with turn back the clock perk. So we will have one of the designers on.
That's Mandy. She was like, I don't know if she is anymore, but she was well toxic. She was a mod to like a really, really toxic streamer.
It's an intended add-on. This is a legacy add-on from 10 years ago, but the interaction wasn't quite intended. So we're going to look at what to do with that action, whether we keep it,
just to leave them,
and things like that. Because we can see players have had a lot of fun with
crazy.
I think your audio might be having issues there, Mandy.
Oh no. Production are yelling at me right now, I'm sure.
No, it was me, not her. Sorry. It's fine now. Great. All right. Why don't we talk about Wraith again?
Okay, so Wraith. We have a legacy add-on, which is Serpent Soot, and there's been a strange interaction with turn back the clock, because the perk, you activate a break, you don't actually kick the generator, for example, and it instantly uncloaks the Wraith, which is actually kind of a fun add-on. It's technically not a bug, because it's working as designed, but it's just sort of unintended. So the team is currently monitoring the situation.
It technically is a bug, isn't it? Well, whatever. I guess you could say it does it that way.
Anything about it? So we're going to have a.
Would that be any good?
The designers, while they figure out what they want for that.
But it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. They should leave it. It's at least something a bit different. It's just pop. It's just pop.
In chase, and then you just zap.
We've got currently not one but two surveys running in the game right now.
You've actually played 2v8, played a couple of games,
2v8.
and then given us the feedback on it. And the other one is our general player pulse survey.
I wonder if they're going to talk about
and that is a lot of information, and it's a big
how bad the queues get with 2v8.
Important one, please take it.
To shap him. Yeah, I can fast forward.
Doing our surveys.
It broke all our numbers on survey numbers.
We broke survey records.
We broke survey records.
Great.
They're probably on about the
we broke that.
Turns out
what's it called?
Have opinions on killer balance.
Yeah, it was close to 200,000 answers. So
oh no!
Really, really well done. So we're going to be going through all those, and you can expect to see some updates based on those answers. And
it'll be mainly survivorship talking about it.
Give an overview of what the answers were.
Yeah, go on.
At some point, Eric.
No.
Let's see if we can do it.
This is like on wrestling on WWE when they're like, they set up a match and the crowd is all like, yeah, it's happening. Like, and it's going to happen next month. And the crowd's like, oh.
I haven't had the meeting yet. We're still, there's a lot of data. It's got to be all gone through by the user research team. So we don't have
next time maybe.
Things.
All right. There was a very important fix. If you've been playing 2v8, you've noticed a couple issues.
To disconnect.
So they are underway for the Year of the Horse, which includes and a cool charm.
That's interesting. I talked about this before. They celebrate Chinese New Year, but not American New Year, which I think is kind of weird.
And if you haven't noticed our social side of things, we have an
because this is the Chinese New Year, right, or something.
That will get you more.
We talked about this before.
And a cool charm. So celebrate the
Oh, bloody hell. It didn't show on vertical when I do this. I just realized.
Get that. Blood points.
Probably hurting the vertical stream.
Yes.
Hopefully, when I get on Kill It In, it'll be
another
okay.
small thing, but very, very, very exciting for those of us who
Wait,
love
I'll write
this
something
game.
on Vertical quickly.
We are doing another collab with Balatro. If you're a Balatro fan, you'll recall from last year or whenever it was. Yeah, it was last year. We got DVD card sets in Balatro. And now we've turned the tables, and we've got a Balatro cosmetic coming for the unknown, and you're going to get it starting tomorrow. You got to go to our social channels, get a promo code to do that. So go check out your social channel of choice. I'm not going to suggest one because they're all terrible.
Extramas socials.
Yes. Chat. And then last bit of news.
There you go.
This is another really fun one, especially for our Scottish
Morning, Vale. Come to the other stream.
UK audience. We're going back to HorrorCon Scotland. Great time because they're really cool to leave. Omnia is going to join us.
Grimoire, that's it.
But first, before we get started, just in case this is your first introduction to the so we give you, our players, the ability to vote, which is the ability.
This is voting for Killer and Survivor.
Their names, the killer weapon, joined by Jeff and Jay.
Right.
Give us some more details.
And I have the opportunity.
Don't know if I care that much about this
honor
yet.
Of working on this. We recently passed Gate 2, which is about expanding and finding the fun. And we the prototype, but this is where we start looking at
this part's
the
funny.
Numbers and seeing how things feel.
This part.
So yeah, the first thing that I will show you is, well, like I said, the prototype is progressing nicely. We just passed Gate 2. Give you a little, behind-the-scenes view of where you banish survivors as the killer, and they
the mic went off all the time and did weird noises. Oh my god!
And initially, the way that it worked is that you would be sent there, and it was like a timer, and you could make it go faster, and eventually you would get out. So here's what it looked like. I apologize if it's a bit choppy. This is a GIF which doesn't seem to be loading right now. Maybe if I press again.
I think it's because you said GIF and not GIF. I think that's the reason why.
No. Okay, it's not working. Okay, it's fine. We'll go to the video instead. So
support. General Angry, 9 months. Appreciate you.
Appreciate.
I think the opposite exile. Yeah.
Perfect.
There you
go. It's working.
It's going to be a little fast, and I'm going to replay it again, but this is what it was basically. So you see there's the depleting gauge around the Survivor portrait. That was your exile timer, and you could collect these crystals to make it go faster. And once it was over, you would go back to the entity's realm. So
you'd go to a different realm.
Just so that we don't play the next part. And what we found is, obviously, with prototypes, we do play tests. We do a lot of play testing internally, externally with the user research team, with our consultants. We get a lot of feedback.
Consultants, interesting.
And for the Exile, in the first version that we had, the feedback that we got was mostly that it felt too easy and uninteresting as to give and that was very well received. But even with that,
back rooms,
the comments that we got was that it something was missing. There was interactivity that was missing.
We've all for a different realm. That was like the most boring option, was it?
Not at all final. It's not even the layout that we want. This is really just to be able to
yeah, I get it.
First, and no, it's not clicking. Production, help! The Exile, the one with the depleting timer, we had a bit of an epiphany where the survivors just didn't feel pressure for being in there. So some of the comments that we got was even that they felt safe and they felt like it was a grace period of some kind.
And you don't want them to feel safe in the hopeless exile.
No, exactly. Like this is the killer is sending you there to punish you, so you shouldn't feel safe. So what we did, the epiphany that we had is that it has to be like a hook, right? Previously, it counted as a hook state, but it didn't have the risk of being on a hook. So with the current version, which you're seeing at very high speed, because it's a very long video, it's actually like a hook, 1-to-1. So you get sent there, you get your hook, and your hook timer starts draining. And here, if you get hit by the pillars, it actually depletes your hook timer faster. So there's a very high risk to being in there.
It's an interesting idea. So basically, when they put on a hook, instead of them seeing themselves on the hook, they're in here. And then when they get grabbed off, they get pulled off here, right? And then if they get hit with that stuff, it makes them go down further.
Which is
I mean,
initially,
yeah, I mean, already you're on a hook not doing anything, so...
we removed it.
But, like, this doesn't do anything, because they were already going to be on a hook anyway.
Adding a layer of complexity that was not
So, this is actually meaningless,
however,
if you actually think about it. Like, it's something the survivors can do, but it doesn't do anything for you as killer. They would have been on hook.
They want to experience it, which is
That's what I'm getting anyway, at
makes
least.
sense because the killer's kit, as it is, feels very complete, very normal for prototyping. Like in prototypes, we test things quickly, we validate. Yeah, it is going to end up in a really good product for our players. So yeah,
it looks like when you get grabbed off the hook, you'll be teleported out of it.
Really quickly, back when you guys voted on the power,
unless it's a bloody you get yourself. Do you get yourself off?
Artifacts, and that was the idea that survivors
you save yourself from a hook,
but they face severe punishment. And a lot of discourse that we saw online was that players didn't seem to like the idea that you would get punished for carrying something, and like the immediate link that was made.
How is that a good thing for the killer?
The object will make you gain sin, and I think everyone made that connection, like even internally. However, we know both internally and our players that that sort of thing can lead to a lot of problems in terms of balancing, because if the stars get punished for carrying something, they're just not going to carry it. And so it becomes irrelevant because they're not going to interact with it. And then we'd have to find a way to force them to carry it, which arbitrary things like that, they tend to not feel too great from a player perspective. So
Pinhead's box. You're supposed to carry it so the chain hunt don't activate it, but you get punished for carrying it because you get more chains attacked onto you. Why is that a bad design?
Went back to the drawing board, and while we were discussing the exile and the hook state and everything like that,
you just have a risk reward to it.
The idea of integrating the artifact in the exile. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I think
my shirt is rubbing.
Let's make sure.
That was very difficult to see. I'm sorry. I'll just hold it like that. Like that, it's gonna stop. So the idea is you can find the artifact in the
Did it say anything about a self unhook? Yeah, I don't know.
You'll be able to, the crystals that you see, instead of running towards them, you'll collect them with this artifact. Gameplay is still being determined, but once you've charged it, it will grant you immunity to one of the pillars, so you can avoid your hook state being drained. That's the next thing we're going to try. And again, this is exploration. We'll see if it works. It may not stick. And
shouldn't we wait until we see the full thing of this?
Would respect the players' votes, because the idea is that while you're collecting the crystals with the artifact, like imagine it works like a flashlight or the EMP from the singularity. You're putting yourself at risk of being hit by those pillars because
I can't do no.
Is slower, maybe your visibility is smaller. So I think it links pretty nicely to.
I could kind of, but I'd have to turn off all alerts.
So again, we'll have to see.
It's worth mentioning is that, as you explain all the changes that are happening.
I'll put my mic further away.
It is really unique with a group.
Oh, wait, actually.
You, our players, through every step of the way.
Yes.
And so you get to see the changes that
we
have to make sometimes in the background for, other releases
so you can turn
to make
everything up.
sure that a power, can work well and can be fun and can be, appreciated on both sides. So here it's like there's all these changes happening and you get to see why we're making them too, which is really cool. We get to take you with us through this process.
Yeah, and again, exactly. And you have to learn to filter that feedback, because feedback is sorry, I have to grab the clicker.
Oh yeah.
Moving on to the Ray of Retribution. So that is the active power that you guys voted on. And it's the description that was voted on was you channel a beam of divine energy to punish the unworthy. Something along those lines. So I'm going to show you, maybe the GIF is going to work. No dice, no dice.
Why are they all holding it?
Oh, give it time? Okay, production says to give it time. So with the Ray of Retribution, the first thing that we explored, you saw a doodle of that actually very recently, was the idea that...
Yeah.
It was very, stick figure drawing is my strength. So it's the idea that you charge up this beam and there's like a warning phase and then it triggers and it fires and it does its thing.
Right, like Death Slinger kind of.
And, I'm going to be very blunt and honest. It worked. Like it worked. It did the thing that it was supposed to do. However, coming back to the feedback, we got consistent feedback both internally and externally from the user research team.
I think she's breathing
by the way,
on
if
it,
you
we
don't know,
knows.
you can go to the behavior website to sign up for the playtest squad. You may test a bunch of different things, not specifically the grimoire, but if you're interested in helping out, you could do that. So user research team with their playtest squad and the consultants, the feedback was consistent that
The mad
it
on there.
lacked depth and skill expression. And obviously, when we design a killer power, we want it to feel engaging. And when there's no depth and no skill expression, it ends up kind of falling flat, and that's not great.
No. Well, you want the fun again.
Yes,
you want
yes,
the fun to
exactly.
be a part of it, like you were mentioning.
Yeah. So production, I'm just going to skip to the video production. Thank you. So I'll show you what it looks like now. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, we can still see each other. Yeah, yeah.
I don't get why they don't just have like videos ready on tabs.
Okay, you want me to say that? Okay. Sorry, production, that wasn't clear. All right, we'll be right back. We're having technical difficulties. BRB, guys.
Is it because she's breathing on the mic?
If now, because it's actually playing. So this is the current version, or the previous version, sorry, was the beam. So here you see you're aiming as the killer, and then you fire it, which has the expansion, which was the warning phase, and you got the blue part, which is the actual,
Why are you doing it in
effect
slow
phase.
motion?
So like
We
I was
can't tell how
saying,
fast that is.
we got consistent feedback that it lacked depth and skill expression, and this, our players, the people that got to test it, the playtesters, they were very creative in
Consultants.
using it. They were using it through gaps. They were using it, over loops, which was cool. But even with all of that, it still didn't meet the criteria or the expectation that they had with
That's
the
slow
killer power,
motion, it's
which,
5 FPS.
because it was consistent, we had to pivot. We couldn't
That's not
just
slow
keep
motion.
going in this direction.
It looks
and
it.
at this point, we challenged our own assumptions, which
Can't
is,
tell.
does the beam actually have to come from the killer itself? Because it's very
Where's your new killer?
intuitive to think that a beam that you
Is it need just
fire
Oh.
comes from you as the killer, but we challenged that. And so the alternative that we got, and I'm sorry for making this comparison, I apologize, but I have to because it's the easiest way to explain it, is kind of like an orbital laser, right? You're going to see in the next GIF, this is the current version that we are testing. So you can charge, which has this
why
pillar that forms and starts moving away from you.
Why do they have this so scuffed? It's so weird to me. Like, they could literally just have a video where it's clean. Like, why do they have to have this fucking PowerPoint presentation? I don't get it. Can't they just have, like, tabs of videos? Like, do we really need current version The Pillar, work in progress, and Grimoire update? We could just have the thing he's talking about it. I don't get it.
And as it moves away, you can control it. And then you can fire it as well, which will basically send it flying in a straight line from whatever direction it was going. And it will also increase in speed like twice or 3 times or, 4 times maybe.
Okay,
Who knows?
I think
We'll
I
have to see.
understand.
Balancing. But so far with this, it's been super promising. Everyone that's seen it, everyone that's, tested it in the editor has had very positive comments. And we feel that this is very strong.
Sounds OP. I mean, it shits on the weaker killers, like all of them, right? It's power creep, isn't it?
To kind of like answering those comments about skill expression and depth. And what I feel personally is that the skill ceiling for this will be very high, right? Because you have to learn when to charge, how to control it, and there's even an element of prediction. It might be a little bit unclear in the GIF or even the video I'm going to show after, but it actually goes through objects right now, right?
Okay.
That may not be the case in the final version, but right now we're testing that. And the idea is that when it goes through something, there's a little bit of a slowdown, right? So you can imagine like it erupts through the collision that it's going through.
Then good survivors will never get hit.
So anyway,
Depends how
we're
slow, I guess, it goes. But
exploring
they'll
all
never
this.
get hit. They'll just look
We've
and
made
dodge it.
really good improvements on the controls because the initial version of this had a bit of a problem where eventually it felt like it was more parallel to the center of your screen as opposed to like trying to reach it. And over here, again,
you're
maybe
right,
a little bit
actually.
unclear because the GIF is so fast.
You reckon
but
that'll be the
it
one they
actually
use?
tries to catch up to where you're looking. There's like a little line, kind of a string showing that it's going there. And, personally, I think the programmer working on this did a fantastic
killer.
job at, nailing the
Not
controls.
out yet.
Obviously, there's still improvements to be made. But yeah, that's the idea. I have a question here from production. How will this work on indoor maps?
Yeah.
Well, right now what we're exploring and of course this will be
because it's full of walls.
in tandem with the help of Jay and his team. But what we're exploring is that it's actually like just piercing through the entire level, right? So
Very divine.
So very powerful and very, very strong.
Like that's
Yeah, but it
even
slows
with the previous
down in
version,
objects. You're
the
thinking.
goal is for this pillar or beam, whatever it ends up being, to feel very heavy and powerful, right? Like we're talking about a divine killer that just wants to strike the sinners with, and punish them. So,
They're
one
not
thing that I'll say
sinners
is
though,
that
are they?
this
Or did they
version of the
mention
killer
how they're
has
sinners?
a lot more levers to play with for balancing, which means that we can fine tune the experience of using it and playing against it a lot more. Because with the beam, we were
PS4's gonna be
reliant on
smoking.
basically just timings.
Oh yeah, this
And what we
play
found is
cools.
that if we made it too generous, it felt too consistent and too difficult to dodge. But if you made it take longer, it felt like it was impossible to
There you
hit.
go,
So
yeah.
finding that like sweet spot was just, I foresaw a balancing nightmare, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So with this one, there's
Oh,
a
you're on
lot
about
of
the other
things that we
thing.
can play with, and we can fine tune that experience a lot more. All right, so we got another question. Production, should I read the names? Okay, we got a question from Shiver with Mealy. Lovely. So will it hit across 2 floors at once? That is a very good question, and at the moment we are going to test it with hitting multiple floors at once, but it may not be the case in the final version because of course we still have to balance it. We have to make it feel fair and fun to play against for the survivors. So we're gonna have to test it out, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Why is we doing 5 up here? I don't know. They're really adamant
like I said,
of having
none of this
this on
has
the
been
shitty
balanced. What
PowerPoint
you're
or whatever
seeing
they're
on screen
using
is really just,
instead of having it on like a
I think
clean
the second or
HD
third
video.
iteration
I
of
don't
what
know.
we have. It's
Don't know
even
why.
progressed since this GIF, because
know.
of course
It's
the
behavior,
programmer
innit?
is doing all the different things that I'm asking. I'm sorry, I'm asking for a lot. But yeah, so we'll be fine tuning it, and of course we're going to continue play testing both internally, externally, and yeah, I mean, I'm very excited for this. I think it's really cool, and there's a lot of potential. With
The
this
Angel or
power,
something,
and
I don't know what
I'm
it's
very
called.
interested in seeing how it'll go over time.
Helen.
And so finally, before I close off my section of this segment, I've been yapping for a long time. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Our next step is to add the simplest version of the
Zephyr.
artifact to the Hopeless Exile to validate if it's fun and interesting for the survivors, if it ticks those boxes that we had. So we're basically going to steal the flashlight is what we're going to do. We do a lot of theft for prototypes. It's easier that way, faster to iterate. And of course, we're going to improve the ray of retribution in terms of a mechanical feel, right? Because we have like the inputs that have to feel nice, right? Like how you press the buttons to make it work, but also mechanically speaking, like its speed, its charge time.
I didn't even know
all
they
those
showed
things
the new
are
killer
things
on
that
this,
we
by
have
the
to
way.
look into to make it feel great to use as a killer. And the last thing that we really want to look into is refining the Hopeless Exile to have more control over the spawning of the hazards and the crystals, or whatever the collectibles end up being. Because right now they're just spawning randomly, and obviously that's not super great. So we're going to look at like maybe having different tiers of crystals that have more concentrations of hazards around them, so it's more difficult to get them, for example. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm yapping away. We're going to explore all those things.
That's all the survivor side, though, isn't it? You don't sit as killer, I believe.
We got
Another
production
question.
has another question, yes, from Iron Quacks. As of right now, can you hold the ray indefinitely? As of right now, no. There is a maximum lifetime to how long you can hold it, and even once you trigger it. So I think right now you can hold it for 3 seconds. After 3 seconds, it goes away. But if you
Really, Aries?
fire
That is
it
weird.
before those 3 seconds are up, it will refresh. Its
Yeah,
lifetime.
DVD has
So
massive
it'll
potential. It
go
is
for 3
annoying.
seconds,
I'm
and then
kind of
it'll
over that
disappear.
now,
And you
though.
can only have 1 ray active at a time.
But yeah, once upon a time, I was like, damn,
but
there's
yeah,
so much
so
potential.
hope
They
you
could
guys
do
are
this, they
excited.
could do that.
I'm really excited. Like, honestly,
It's still
out of all the
okay,
powers
but
that I've
it
worked
could
on,
be so
this
much better.
is probably the coolest. Like, it's super dope. So yeah, that's it. I'm done yapping.
All very exciting, and not yapping at all. We want to know this. We want to hear this.
It's so interesting.
It
to
is
see
so
that.
interesting to see
Yeah.
the process, and again, this is the first time that we get to do it, to this extent. So I think that's really, really cool. And before we move on, I'll also
playing
mention
Killing
that
after
we'll
this.
have
You
more
guys
to
begged
share
me to watch
on
this, so I'm
our,
watching it.
socials very soon.
You begged
we
me.
gave a
On your hands and
progress
knees.
update, I think 2 weeks ago now, that we know you really appreciate it. Seeing all the work that goes So that was great. To the art side of things. Over.
Ideas, so I bring the concept really.
So this is the look.
Teams to go killer exploration, but we're keeping it mysterious. It's
How is the final concept going to be using it?
being of these now that we guys
To be here.
vote them to take. We are asking essentially unique and original to offer, so we can have a glimpse.
Very, very exciting. And this is
Option.
sneak peek. They've seen very, very,
Looks
very
like some anime villain. Oops.
exciting. But I think
do we have an extra slide for the next
yes,
part? Okay.
yes, a lot for you to vote on. We have the
killer final
concept,
concept, survivor, killer weapon.
Right here we have the killer weapon, the killer nail one here. So more.
Well,
we've loved. So if you we've shared today, and
We won't be seeing all as well because down here they're going to be talking about cosmetics. We don't give a shit about that. Oops. Okay, I got a bit of an idea how he's going to play, but maybe a little change anyway, possibly.
And everyone sees something different. I saw one lone man saying that Jay looked like Oliver Reed, which like 2 people in the chat will even know that name. He's an actor from the 70s in Great Britain. Much to talk about today. We got a lot.
Yes.
Our UX master and
UX.
Thomas,
Thomas,
if you want to go the English route, but Thomas, if you're bilingual like me.
The Singularity, where I presented the killer and the perks, I think so.
Yeah.
It was and transmission. I remember that.
So it's been a while. So welcome back.
Yeah. What else did I do?
It wasn't supposed to harm there too.
Yeah, the stuff you're doing. But for this context, it's perks.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
And we've got honestly a pretty exciting update to perks.
Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah.
So that's what we brought in, and it has a UX component, obviously. So that's why Diego's here. We also have another special surprise from Diego after. But let's talk about perks.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
by the way, you guys have spoiled me a tiny bit with this stuff.
it started on this, right? We started working on this such a long time ago. Something we've internally called the perk description overhaul.
Many developers worked on every part of this. Description overhaul does not change gameplay.
It's supposed to change. Yeah, absolutely.
Short and modernize all per descriptions, right?
So that.
Oh, here we go.
All the descriptions kind of look and feel the same, and also try to set up the path, pave the way for the future, if I can say that. So here's a look at old light. You probably like this one. It has like maybe there's like there are like memories of, right. That's the way you look at light. And this is the new light. It's obviously a lot shorter. There's like there are like memories of, like bullet points with the status effects are highlighted. So it's just really, it's just a lot.
It doesn't say that you can't use it while exhausted anymore, though. So it's a bit strange. You should have all the information, though, so you know. I guess if you know exhausted, then you can't use haste things. I guess they could have that somewhere.
Shorter.
But yeah, trying to make it neater.
So this is a new feature, and yeah, why don't Diego?
Oh, sure.
Want to say something about it?
But also provide a way for you to learn what are we talking about when presenting the perks. Sound effects for
as you'll be able to see in a very short moment. But I also want to say one of the other things I think it's really important that we added was now whenever instead of saying active ability button 1 or 2, everybody liked that, right? But instead of saying that, it'll display the key that you've mapped to it. So obviously there's still only ability button 1 and 2, but if you bind it to E, it's going to say E instead. And if you bind it to F or whichever other key you would like to bind it to, this is what.
There should be like day 1 stuff. Like if you bind a button to that button, it says that button.
Going to appear. So this is live now. If you show the extra info, it's going to show these little 2 status effect reminders. And
people are spamming E in chat.
That's amazing. But emphasis that is
that's clean.
And until I brought a few examples here so that we could look at. This is Old Dark Devotion. It's pretty long when I look at it.
A little.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little long.
My ADHD cannot handle it.
That's
Can you tell me what it does, like without reading it?
It's for the plague.
Yeah. Condition, and then it says you gain undetectable, and then if you open the extra info, it shows you what an undetectable does.
Clean UI.
Yeah, get into it. You'll see only the status effects. Everyone knows NOED. Can't read it, it's too small. It's so short that, not shorter.
You could say that's dead easy to read. Huh?
You act.
What are you using?
Yeah, so
I mean, it's just cleaner,
I always say
agree
that
with that.
overall
I mean,
it should be 95% better.
It's just more polished.
We couldn't apply the rule to everything. It's going to be a lot of.
I can't go too far.
Right?
Think for yourself.
We've done our best to improve this, but the players.
Why did they do this years ago? I don't know. It's like it looks so minor, doesn't it? It's just a UI change.
We're not done. In the perk descriptions.
In this kind of like beige, this off-white beige, the quote is still there, but that's a very good point. I forgot to mention that the what we used to call the intro flavor text, so action disorienting.
This is a long segment on just a bit of a UI change.
You know, we're happy
in that is true.
Without it.
Well, we're not done.
Hydrate.
Diego has brought some goodies as well. So if you want to hand over the clicker.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
What have you got for us, Diego?
No.
Last time you were here, you brought us the scratch marks that people enjoyed.
Yeah. So today I want to talk about.
Oh, I heard about this.
Oh, yeah.
So you can change
It's an
colors.
interesting subject because we know that our game currently has a lot of different colors, a lot of different auras, and it has been something that have been added.
By the way, this is what I was talking about before. You know, when they've changed the scratch marks colors, now they're going to auras. They will go to the red glow. I assure you, they go into it. They're just doing it slowly.
Organically evolve over time. Again, as Thomas said, we're almost 10 years as a
Might not
game.
be too bad though.
So we're seeing.
You'll never be as bad as
the
Reshade.
auras.
Reshade
To meet
extends
the
it. That's the
players,
issue.
New art vision for the
Yeah.
even
Auras.
for us,
Aura changes. Yeah, I get it.
colorful auras are going to be the same regardless if you are a killer.
Wait, can you not change it? Want you to find a look and system to have aura match the autistic version of the game, and gameplay UX needs some things will look different. Survivors will appear in blue by default. Yeah.
You're a survivor, you're going to see the same color for the same type of object entity. And thus, we are going to go and say,
about the blues.
let's show the survivors in their color, as usually they are in the blue.
Hatchets and knives in lockers will match the white color we use.
I added
for
there by
objects.
default. I'll talk about that. So they will appear in blue by default. A white color. So
red glow's that.
for
Yeah, it's
people that are
obvious.
white now.
I said they
so
would do that.
They're in red, the survivor. Or you will wish to see aura in different colors.
Yeah,
You are
that's
going to
cool.
go
That's
fit,
cool.
be able
You
to
can
go to the beta
change
tab
the colors of that
and
stuff.
try new colors.
Yeah,
no matter
that's cool.
You can see, by the way,
That looks quite
on
clean.
your hands to test and please way more colors than the scratch marks.
Yes.
So they are different.
Wonder why more
so
colors
many
than scratch
go
marks.
and say, hey,
I have to commend you. And
and
bam,
then,
it was an
at the right side that we are also adding tooltips for you to preview the color. So you don't need to be opening the settings and closing seeing how
That's
it is
good.
at the moment. Are going to deliver again. It's something that we have in our radar.
What
red
is?
stain color change option for survivors.
So the red stain is something that we have in our radar. I cannot confirm nor deny that we're working.
So they're very without. It's obviously would be. I wonder what it'll do to reshade as well. I'm assuming because they're sweaty as fuck and they use the non-advantage reshade. They'll probably find a color which gives them the biggest advantage through reshade. Maybe it will be red. But yeah, they're definitely going to be experimenting with that. That's to make it even harder for
what I would say is that
the
we have
unviable
heard that
killers.
the red stain is something that would be
Fucking
people say,
stupid.
as valuable to ask ourselves. Things like the red,
That one I remember asking about. It's much more complicated tech-wise.
as Thomas mentioned, for the energy and love into.
Not over. So thank you so much, guys. This was a great segment. Very fun.
Yeah, they have to go and do it.
To do.
I didn't do it.
We're gonna
It
walk
won't
through
change
that
much. The
map
reshade is the
on the
damaging
show.
thing. These
So you
little
don't
colors
wanna
they do,
leave.
it doesn't do much because
stick
it's still the
around, we'll
same
be right back.
information.
Bye-bye.
Reshade's the issue. Reshade does way more than people pretend, by the way. I saw a GTA, someone from actual Rockstar, using Reshade to check out things on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And you can literally see like wireframes and shit of the game and everything. Like you can go really, really in depth. It's kind of crazy. Like you really break apart the information of the game with Reshade. It does way more than people pretend. It's not just a coloring thing.
Stuff. Yeah.
Maybe stuff to do with, I don't know, killer?
Yeah,
It's people.
Okay,
Hello.
let's see.
So yes.
So I know a
no,
bit
I'm gonna
about
go
this.
back for now, and we're gonna set it up.
Okay.
But yes. So as
Why are they
Thomas was
using- wow,
mentioning
yeah.
earlier in the stream, we had a
This girl mod for that really toxic survivor main, super survivor bias chat. Like they were like all about the bitching about killers tunneling and camping and all pro survivor. Very strange that they're grabbing people like this for like the actual team. I feel like it's really strange. Like objectively massively survivor bias.
really great opportunity.
My volume's
to
down,
update,
yes, because she
killer
told me
actions language
to turn
in
this up,
the
so I turned my
9.5,
mic down so you can hear this.
0.0 update, and we decided to standardize a lot of inconsistencies that we saw across the game for
That's
many, many
issues too.
years. So if you've been playing Dead by Daylight for a really long time, you know that we previously did not distinguish between basic and special attacks.
Yeah.
And for certain interactions between perks and killer powers, we had to introduce that notion. Well, we are here today, and we
Yeah,
are
they
here
have a
to
weird
tell you
stash.
that we've also expanded on that terminology. So coming in 9.5, as part of the accompanying the perk descriptions update, you're going to see across powers, killer power add-ons,
And I think
and
it does go down
perks,
here.
the introduction of new killer words. So we're going to start distinguishing between basic killer actions and special killer actions. So as you can see on screen right now, we have going to be doing the distinction between basic and special breaks,
You're hiding
basic
it.
vaults and special vaults, and when relating to generators, we're going to have the
I'm hiding
damage
it a bit
generated
too.
action,
They're hiding it
and
that
then
side, I'm hiding it
the
this
new
side.
concept we're going to introduce, we're going to be like codifying is generator explosion. I think that, basic and special breaks and vaults, pretty self-explanatory. Basic is when any killer can just do the standard action. But then when it's a special action, it means that it's a special ability that's unique
This
to them.
is gonna be like
that's
massive
granted
amount of
to them by
nerfs,
their
innit?
power. So for example, any killer can break a pallet, but then the cannibal or hillbilly will special break pallets with their chainsaws.
Blight.
Any killer can vault a window, but some killers like Legion can both fast vault windows and drop pallets with their power.
OP Legion.
And then every killer,
I'm
damages
saying
the
this because I
generator
know
by
that they're actually going to hurt
hitting
Legion.
it. But then only specific killers, like the Knight,
For some reason.
can damage them with their power, or on occasion with
they moved it.
add-ons,
That
like
was
the
good.
first, where that
still
add-on
doing
where
well.
Undergate just makes everything blow up.
Stop you there. What about perks? Because
Yep.
turn back the clock.
Yes, exactly. So turn back the clock, which was introduced in the previous update, it would be considered a generator explosion.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it puts that distinction there then.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
We really consider like the ability to do something remotely or via distance as a generator explosion.
Wait.
We took that explosion because, well, previously a lot of perks said generator
This could nerf a
explodes, and
lot
we're
of
like,
shit
if it's-
depending on what
and
they
the
decide is an
imagery was
explosion and
pretty,
the
consistent.
generator,
We're
right?
like,
Yeah.
I think most people will understand that when they say that. Yeah. So
guess- I
have
guess
a
we'll see what
list
they
of
do with this.
examples to give today. Oh, sorry.
Take it off.
What was wrong?
Hello.
Yeah. So
What
you're now
was
a
wrong?
TikToker.
Oh my God.
Why did they tell them to keep changing it? I didn't hear anything wrong.
Yeah, so as you can see, game complexity has grown a lot. So as you can see here on screen, we have the Hillbillies
Now
power
it's like-
that now specifies that when you do hit a breakable wall or a drop pallet with his chainsaw, it will special break. We've updated numerous
more of the echo and
killer
stuff.
powers to specify now that this is the intended behavior. That
I ran
we
on the dev
have.
stream so far.
Now moving on to special vault, we can
scuffed,
see
but nothing
the
too
iridescent
crazy
button
yet, right?
add-on for the Legion, which famously a very powerful moment in Dead by Daylight. You see Legion, and then you see them in frenzy, and then they vault, and you're like, oh no,
Yeah, and
have
then
to move.
Don't want to drop a pallet again.
And then you're wondering, how does this work with other things in the game?
Very
Well,
powerful.
I will tell you, because
What?
when Legion special vaults, they special break the pallet. Another example.
That's insane. I've never heard that before.
Alert for the example on a Survivor perk. It was always a bit iffy of like, what triggered alert at the right time? What is supposed to be a break? Well,
and that's confusing for newer players. I know, like, people who've played it for many years, we've got thousands of hours, we kind of know automatically. But the newer players, the players who are just coming in, until you've got hundreds of hours in the game, you won't have got it. And we saw it a lot with Chaos Shuffle when people were having perks that they don't normally use. And they're like, oh my God, I didn't realize that perk did that on this.
Yeah, absolutely. Because now, you know, we're 9 years on and we have interactions across hundreds of perks, add-ons, powers. It's so pervasive that we took the opportunity the perks update introduced to us, and we ran with it. And yeah, just gonna keep moving on. Generator explosion. Now you can see that Surge specifies that generators will explode. They won't be damaged. They just will explode, and then they will stop. They will start regressing. Also, one nuance that is
so this isn't a special
generator explosions is depending on the perks.
Oh, Shamgek. No, explode is the one. What's the other one in it?
Always trigger the regression state of a generator. That's up to how the power or the perk is designed. So when we say if something will start regressing or not,
so explode
disclosed,
is different to break or whatever it was.
Functionality of any of these things?
No. So this is very important as well. Similar to perks, all of the text updates that you will see are text only. We have not modified the current behavior from perks on 9.5 PTB. So if you see a difference, if you find a bonus and the work it causes, but also between players and players and developers, ultimately what we want is everyone to understand vaults. I think that will just help everyone understand each other better when talking about balance and how to design DBD. And lastly,
sure, an MMR would probably do that, mate.
One little example,
instead of making people with 100 hours think they're better than people with 10k, probably help.
Is, well, DBD players know what Spirit Fury does, but it was always particularly obtuse to figure out how do you activate Spirit Fury? And well, now it's pretty clear.
What? People didn't know how Spirit Fury were activated? Are they just making up their own fucking reality right now? To like justify this?
Sorry, it's, it's basic breaks only. And also, if you notice, there's an exception at the end of the description of Spirit Fury when it says...
Also, this makes no sense. It says, oh, what does activate it? Oh, it's basic breaks only. But every break was a basic break. You've changed that now. So why would we be confused if it was a basic break or an advanced break? Because advanced breaks have only just been introduced now. Doesn't make any sense. He's talking about something that weren't even in the game, and we were confused which one we were doing.
The palette is destroyed. That is to specify that nothing is supposed to allegedly synergize with the specific effect. Because again, Spirit Fury doesn't basic break or
timed out,
break
right?
a palette. It's destroyed because we want to, make sure that our complexity kind of caps off after a point. Because if you've played certain games, sometimes infinites happen, and we have to be careful because we don't want those happening in a real-time live game environment. Okay. So that's a bit of a detail that I wanted to bring today. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Do we have any questions?
Right, so you mentioned this with the basic break thing. So Spirit Fury won't work on a lot of...
I can't read it because
a lot of killers who don't just kick the palette. Spirit Fury is kind of shit anyway, though, really. But yeah, Legion's got really hurt with Iridescent, obviously. He can't get Spirit Fury with Iridescent now, so there's probably no point really using Spirit Fury on him, maybe. Or maybe go off Iridescent. Not sure. But Spirit Fury seems to be the big one they've hurt. Obviously, Billy won't get it, but Billy doesn't need it as S tier. Blight won't get it. He don't really need it as S tier. Legion's the one they're kind of attacking again. Yeah. I don't really use Spirit Fury Enduring, only on Legion.
Wow,
and Legion in general is kind of shit.
He does that a lot.
But one thing I will, well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. People are just going to pre-drop versus normal as well.
I'll reformulate really quickly. Will the special generator break still count towards the max limit? The answer is yes. So
of course it will.
Damaging generators and generator explosions still count to the maximum limit, the maximum limit of the 3-gen system, meaning it still counts as 8 regressions. If you've played with Surge, you're very familiar because Surge loves to consume the regression system, but that's the trade-off that you play.
Yeah. It's your fault for getting down so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see how dumb that is, right? You see how dumb that is. You look how smug she looks as well. He does too with it. Yeah, you shouldn't have downed the survivors so quick. Like
So I'm excited to see how
I bet you begged me to watch this. You specifically.
And how that will foster
begged
communication. And again, if you have feedback, similar to the Perk update, it'll be on the PTB and you can give us feedback.
Yeah, our forums, Discord, Reddit, we're ready for the PTB. Any bugs that you might find, please head over to Beta Hub and report them as you find them.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Nothing would make me happier. So we have another update after this.
Do.
Yeah.
And this is now to a survivor item.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the fog vial. So last summer, we introduced our first DBD item. And
is this going to be 12 FPS again?
We've provided an update to the fog vial item, as you can see on screen. It is now we've like really worked hard on the consistency, making sure that the power and the obfuscation sort of design is now more consistent. Because when we had to update the fog vial last year, it's because we discovered, unfortunately, that the famous cooldown and reduction to 2 charges was because we realized that it was either very useful in some realms, while also not useless at all in some other realms. So
they stand still. If they ran forward, how hard would it be to follow them? Probably quite hard.
See how survivors experiment.
They literally stand still there.
We've fully rebuilt the VFX system. It is now always. It should be now always consistent in color and functionality on every realm.
Perfect, because that was one
Let's
of the
say they do that there and then run.
So different from map to map.
Yeah, and as you can see on screen as well, I'm going to switch to the survivor. Oh, nope, that just resets the video. There you go. As you can see as well from the outside, it is now always perfectly opaque. Well, not perfectly, but it is like now, like it's clear when you're in the fog cloud and when you're out of the fog cloud. So, because before that, because of the lighting and consistency, it was hard to sort of understand the boundaries of the fog cloud.
Flashlights are still too good though.
Should be much better.
You get free blinds at every pallet.
As an additional feature in this update, we've made sure that essential auras are now always featured on the survivor side. So notably, before that, it blocked all auras indiscriminately. Now, if you don't have line of sight on a downed or hooked survivor, you'll see their auras. Though if you see a hook, but little nuance, if a hook survivor is directly within line of sight of you, but inside the fog cloud, you won't see their aura. You can
exactly.
Yeah. Why don't you show this so we can see it visually?
Look through a wall, then you'll see survivors on the hook. Yeah, so we're really excited to see how people vials
fog
great strategic range to less sound while your scratch marks are being suppressed, because then you can then like surprise them or hide. Try to be evasive while your aura reading is blocked, while you're doing less sound. No, should not.
That's an important one.
Yep. And here we're gonna go rapid fire, but you can see on the Forsaken boneyard, it looks like the fog vial. On the Yamaoka Estate realm, also looks the same. And now on the Wither dial as well, you can see it blocks the house. So
perfect.
I'm really
excited about this.
Working as intended.
It's been on my mind for a couple of
Trickster.
months now. So in this update, we really wanted to focus and see and take into account the feedback from Trickster from the previous update in 7.4. And we really wanted to focus
You ready
on
for 12
Trickster's
FPS, Abby?
range identity. For killers, we really wanted to make sure that we celebrated accuracy with blades, managing blades for more rewarding shots.
How does it interact with
really
indoors?
Sure
Probably just like
reward skill
pretty much the same, where you can't really see through.
Updated, surfaced, visible style rank system.
So I made with crying. It should
You'll
be
see more
4.4.
in the next few slides, but we've worked really hard, everyone, to make sure that Trickster now has a visible style rank combo system. That's
like
coming
Versal,
to Dead by Daylight. And for survivors, we also tried to make sure that while versing against
they
Trickster
definitely
now,
got it from Versal,
they
I
are
reckon.
better rewarded for learning how to dodge blades and forcing Trickster to reload and
Like inspired.
dodging blades enough so that laceration decays. We hope that it's more fun to just be in
4.4 is outdated.
And also importantly, because sometimes we get this identity.
It is bad. They do need some kind of traversal thing if they're 4.4.
We consider this an update. It's not a rework. He's still throwing blades. He still has main event.
Oh no.
But it is like a big pass on his gameplay, his add-ons.
Well, why would you?
It's not any different.
His main event is his big issue.
Internally,
It's really
we consider
shit.
What we did last year to the Nightmare to be a rework because he had an entirely different power set. This time around, reach the K-pop fantasy style rank HUD element that tracks your style in the game. It's always present on the top portion of your screen, and you will see your style ranks evolve in real time. This is exclusive to killer only. Survivors don't have access to that information. And as
They probably will in the future.
In the lower left corner, we have reduced his blade count a little bit as part of the balancing. You can play with that on the PTB, but also there's now a dedicated button for main event when it becomes active. So just a little bit of history of Trickster combo systems. Originally in 4.6,
a long time back.
Is 2021. It was hidden, it was not visible, and it only helped basically reward you for playing smartly with more blood points. In 7.4, now playing
Did we even know
and hitting
this?
your blades successfully would help you sort of empower your main event. Now in 9.5, it's finally visible.
So they hid a mechanic from us that he had, and we weren't ever told. Is that what they're saying? They literally had like a hidden mechanic they didn't tell us about a character we played. They told us but subtly.
It feedbacks how you're playing in more or less real time. It accounts for
tracks distinct actions in the trial, improves the blade throw and lock and reload.
To blade throwing, but also
skill to
what
reaching
actions you do in the
S
game.
rank and unlocking main event
and also
faster.
style ranks
Main
now
event shit though.
improved Trickster's blade throw rate. So
What the fuck?
better, higher style rank you are.
Guys, you don't need to do all this. Just make his main event better. His main event is the issue. How would you not get that?
Faster you can throw blades, and you can also reload faster. So that particular moment of downtime,
it's his ult.
if you're
Ult's the
skillful
issue.
enough, it becomes much less painless and allows you to style ranks. It's the core feature of his power. So we're excited to
Is that it?
show it to you. And as you can see on screen, you have 6 style ranks from E to S. You start at E, and then each time you go up in rank, you start a combo timer. And the goal is to always be accumulating style points. So you're going up in rank, or at the very least, refreshing your timer.
Okay, cool. And what you said something about in-game actions. What in-game actions count?
Ooh, well, we are going to have the full amount of details on the PTB patch notes, but it's about roughly a little less than a dozen actions.
Okay.
So for example, getting a first hit, an application of laceration on a survivor,
Right.
injuring them, interrupting a survivor, like grabbing them out of a locker. And then the ultimate one, that's the power move for the Trickster mains out there, is we've added trick shot detection to the power. So if you master all of our maps, and you master Trickster, and you know where to fire blades.
So those little gaps in Shack.
Yeah.
No, it's not about ricochets.
If you go up against a Trickster that goes up in style ranks fast, you'll know it, because they'll be at S rank very
It's not about
often
ricochets.
and
They won't be able
faster.
to guess if you're throwing it through like a
Gonna
gap.
have fun with that.
I sure hope so. And yeah, so here's our first demonstration of what a
It's
style
not
point
blade
is.
bounce,
As
not
you
bounce
can
blades.
see in the demo video,
So it'll be able to know if you're going through a gap.
Trickster is picking a target, and then he is going to throw a blade. And as you can see, that was a first hit, and the Trickster gained a style point. As you can see, he went up. He got 1 style point in E rank, and went up to half
of E. Yeah.
Each style rank has a different amount of points to increase. And basically, it's by chaining actions that you go up in style ranks.
That seems really quick.
Do they decay at all?
Yeah. So basically, if you don't get
Oh
if you
my
do not
God.
gain a style point period,
So Trickster might be a stressful killer. So not only do you have the laceration decaying, but you also have your style points decaying. So you got all these like more shit going on. That's not good.
periodically, you will decay from rank.
More stuff's not going to allow you to play strategically.
Okay.
So you'll go, for example, from C rank to D rank back to E rank.
Okay.
So if you have
It's
a hard
forcing
time
tunnel vision.
engaging with finding survivors, stuff like that, unfortunately, your style rank will go down. So yeah, here's an example on screen of style ranks. As you can see in the video.
Wow, that's
Trickster
the
is
decay
damaging
there all the way
Jin,
through.
got a style
Holy
point for
shit.
injury, got a style point for breaking a pallet. Got a style point for injuring another survivor again, but not for doing the same action.
Trickster could be stress simulator. We'll see, but that could be really stressful.
Twice in a row.
Versus good survivors.
Okay.
So that's a subtlety. We consider
We'll
a
see.
combo doing different actions back to back.
Okay, it stays when you carry someone
That's
else.
another layer for So for players who
It's just the
really
same.
wanna make
It
Trickster,
literally looks just the
learning
same.
how to weave your action.
I guess it depends how
blade
good these
throw,
style points are.
injury, breaking a pallet, breaking a wall. I think that's going to make interacting with maps an entirely new ball game in parlance. And so now you're interacting with every sort of
ADHD
a lot of
killer.
interactions you do with a map will count. Yeah.
I don't know. It apparently gets like stronger from the style points, but they
and
haven't really
also,
shown
you know,
much.
maybe some people are asking,
like a bit,
what
bit
about
quicker
main events?
reloads.
Well, we're getting to that.
Yeah,
But
is
then
it
we
good
need to
yet?
Talk about S rank. So when you reach S rank, Trickster gains maximum throw rate, reveals survivors with killer instinct,
Okay.
and then gain access to main event. So, and at
Main
S
event
rank,
shit.
you have 66 seconds to basically go super intense on survivors.
Why 66
and find them.
seconds?
So you've kept
Anyone get the
theme in
reference?
there, the double numbers.
Yeah.
Double
Yeah.
numbers.
Well, also the killer instinct. You reveal survivors with killer instinct for 4.4 seconds.
Okay. I was going to say, is that
We had to
66 seconds?
We had to keep
Yeah.
44 somewhere.
You have to have 44 in.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. So and yeah.
Okay, well,
you're
that-
in
when you
S
get to
rank, you're at
S
your
rank,
strongest sense, and you reload lockers faster.
You're
And
gonna show
also,
that, no?
Importantly, lacerations will decay slower.
Okay, so
So
there's the
if you
effect on
if
the
you
survivor.
if you lacerate survivors at range, you can, for the duration of main event, kind of leave them be for a little
Okay,
while.
well, S rank's
stockpile
kinda saved him.
lacerations and manage more survivors that way.
Yeah, it makes it a bit more tactical.
Yeah, and we also improved main event.
Right.
Now, main event, when you activate main event, you cash in your S rank, but then when you hit survivors in main event, you basically refund style points at the end. So now, as you can see on the video, you've gained S rank, and Trickster activates main event, and then you're hitting blades with survivors, and each blade triggers a bonus point, and when you're in fatigue, you get back your style ranks. So
So you don't lose.
That's trash.
No, so you get now at S rank, a lot of options are open to you. Do I use S rank to stay consistently stronger for the
if you
entire
hit
duration?
2 survivors with every single blade,
okay,
because S rank is like a super mode. You have to kind of, you know. But the question is, where and when do I get to use main event to hopefully?
if you hit a survivor there and then you hit a survivor there.
That makes sense.
So with that many hits,
you can choose
2 downs, you want to get to
exactly.
B rank.
So I think there's like a lot of abilities now, and choices to make with Trickster. Yeah.
Well, the only thing what's good is S rank.
Yeah, I mean, we've also, as you
Why
can
didn't
see
they change
on
this
screen,
main
we've
event?
also like re-updated the laceration feedback on survivors.
I've said before, make his main event like a golden kunai.
To see what the feedback on
it has like 3 or 4 bouncers. You could have it where it injures you, but maybe you need to get like a bounce, or maybe you don't. And then maybe like if you get like the multiple bounces and it hits someone, it like insta-downs or something. Which is like the main event. It's really like a trick in it. It's like some trickster, some tricky shot.
I'm very happy. It's the first time we've had a power.
You could just have that
in DBD.
We've got some questions.
Great.
Do you want to read them? Because you can read them, I can't.
I have my glasses.
You have your glasses on.
So one of the questions we've had is,
will the Trickster's
add-on be reworked? Yes. I believe only 3 add-ons stayed the same. So
that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot of
it's
changes.
basically a full add-on rework as well. Yeah.
Right. How different?
Another question, will there be a sound cue for survivors once the Trickster reaches S rank?
Of course there will.
It will be heard map-wide. Because when the Trickster hits S rank, everybody needs to know. Because he's at his most lethal. And also, we added a sound cue when you're in range of his main event.
All right, that's good. Yeah.
So if you hear main event...
That is
I thought you said stash stroke, but you said sustache.
Yeah. Another question that we have is Yunjin getting anything as part of this update?
Skins.
We've actually done a pass on certain original all-kill perks. So they will be shown on PTB. But yes, Trickster and Yunjin's perks are getting a pass to just help bring them more to modern DBD.
I'm looking forward to seeing what people think of Fast Track.
Yes.
In this one. I think that one's going to be kind of interesting.
You're teasing. That's not fair.
I like to tease.
Well, I'm excited for the update to crowd control. I think it'll be...
Well, you're teasing even more now, aren't you?
Well, we're here for a reason.
So, again, PTB Tuesday. Feedback all on the forums, Reddit, Discord.
QI is the motion to detail.
Yeah, it's really... Thank you. And then...
New map walkthrough, okay. So, Trickster S-Rank saved him. Basically, that's it. S-Rank saved him.
Welcome back. Thank you very
however
much
good S-Rank is,
I
guess that'll be the big defining factor, right? But S-Rank definitely saved him.
Would you like to say what
we saved the best for last.
But it's very similar.
You get hyped. You're going to love it.
Very, very similar.
Save the best for last.
I know what I'm doing.
Can't TBD things with me.
Coming in DBD. So back in 2021, when we first released the Trickster,
they showed the background, yeah.
There are posters of the Trickster himself, you know, scattered everywhere, plastered on all the walls. And there are even artworks that can
I guess because it's the Entity's Realm or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
A nice little surprise.
Because he weren't like
for players that inspect a little further, especially those that read.
Was he like super big in the lore? Like I thought he was like I think he was like big-ish or something. And then he like killed or something. I don't know. I don't know lore of him.
I think we'll find that this construct serves more of a torturous reminder for the atrocities that Ji-Woon has committed and how he can never escape them.
This is looking so cool.
So the gameplay area for this map is 23 tiles. The layout is static.
The thing is, they can make it look quite nice and stuff, but a lot of people are going to play on lore with reshade. I wonder how this map would be with reshade with the red, by the way. Could maybe mess them up.
Similar to Raccoon City Police.
It is pink,
station.
but you know, it will kind of.
We really wanted to use.
You know, they will a little bit. It looked like fucking cardboard, like a lot of them play on.
Directionality to this environment.
Fucking 5090 GPUs playing on cardboard
reshade. The previous map that I did, which
cardboard
was the,
settings.
Ormond Lake Mine.
Super serious DBD.
And we wanted to help create like a layout that was fairly simple and easy to learn. Now, this is easier said than done for a city block, but the map can actually be divided into 4 sections, and there's a main road that cuts right through, and that both exit gates can be found on either end of this main road.
There's like no pallets
and
anywhere.
They do not change. So in one corner of the map, I can explain, there's the main building, which is the nightclub. And then opposite to the nightclub, we have the market and the
That looks like a
park,
grocery store or
which
something.
is a bit more of like a open area with a bit of greenery.
Just
In
you
this
wait,
market
you'll
and
see
park,
pallets. Oh.
players can find a very familiar building with
that doesn't look too bad.
That
That looks like they need to win a 50-50.
Themed to the to the environment.
I guess it depends how
And
much
finally,
space
we have
there.
the high streets and the low streets.
Probably one of the most detailed maps, I'd
This
say.
kind of gives a preview.
Look at the colors.
That is
Yes, of
amazing.
the
That's a
map's
nice.
layout.
That's a top down, yeah.
Yeah. And this kind of explains how things are organized.
I love seeing something like that. That really helps when you're trying to learn a map.
I wonder how people who
hardest
play
thing
this
for you
game
to
on
learn
law
when
with
you first
reshading
learn
and everything
new
actually
map,
react
having to learn
to
the
this stuff.
layouts.
I wonder if they
That's
say,
the thing,
"Oh,
where
it's
there's a
it's
vault
good looking, isn't it,
location, where there's
guys?
pallets.
Guys, look, it's good
So having
looking."
it split like
And
that
then when they
just
play,
helps
they're
so
all
much.
just like
So
low
the overall
graphics and
layout
shit.
is fairly simple,
Do they act
but
that way? That'd be really
especially in the
strange.
high and low streets, it can get very maze-like. You know, it's not to say that there aren't some maze-like elements to this map or some variation in the gameplay elements. You can find plenty of that. So we can start by looking at the nightclub. There's a coat check, there's a VIP bar,
Shade
and
players get
lounge,
freaked out
there's
about
even a
cardboard
backstage
colours.
area, and at the center is a very ominous-looking mosh pit where
Forced
thick fog
RTX on.
enshrouds a dark and mysterious scene that we can find below.
There's another pallet there.
There's also a spectacular light show accompanied with
There's like
by some
no
music
pallets. I'm pretty
done
sure they're
by
going to add
Trickster
more.
himself, but we'll let players discover that for themselves.
They're doing this as if it's like...
In the market and park,
I know
it's a lot
Jen's
more
hardly
open,
either
as I
too.
said previously. There are food trucks.
That reminds me of
market
Haddonfield.
stalls, vendors' tables scattered all
The
throughout.
centre. It's a bit more
And
cluttered though.
We really wanted each section of this map to have its own sort of unique feel and aesthetic. So the
They've
border
really
walls
gone
of
all
this
out on this
market
map design, you
that
know.
surround the whole thing are done with a more sort of traditional style, you know.
Will it
stone
look this
wall.
way
And
though?
we can see these beautiful paper lanterns.
If I remember correctly, when they do this, it's concept art. They pretend it's real, but it's concept art. Because I remember they showed, I think it was Arkham Asylum, and it was way different to what they were showing when it actually came
So
out.
pretty.
So I guess we'll
good.
see. They showed the
I
map
remember
where
when
okay.
the team was starting this, the goal was like make the prettiest map possible, and kind of did that.
Yeah, so
Definitely think
the
so.
market too, it serves as a nice contrast between the futuristic, you know, like super bright, colorful,
Killer Shack.
modern aesthetic that we have elsewhere throughout the map. This one's a lot more sort of traditional, and it'll give players a bit of a break from the ultra stimulating lights and colors. Speaking of lights and colors, we have the high streets. So here you can find stores,
There's
restaurants.
no pallets. I
even a
don't
karaoke
believe this
bar.
is real.
Yes.
Um,
When I saw the it was like I'm such a karaoke fan. I was like, it's like a gift from
I think I've seen like 4 pallets or
We had a lot
something
of
like
fun.
So
that.
many little
How big is
details
this
these
map?
cool little areas.
Oh,
So yeah, the high streets are even
I've just realised they're going to have a massive map. This is what they always do. I completely forgot. When they release a new map, they always make it massive. I don't know why. I think they just get like, what is it? They just get like super immersed into like designing it. It could be massive, this. It could be a
paved with, like,
fucking massive map.
you know, special tile, and it's all blocked from vehicle access, so it's like a pedestrian only.
Carried
area.
away, yeah.
That's so cool.
These are some examples.
They do it every
of,
time without fail. And then they
the
always
interior
have
of the
to make it smaller.
stores.
It's like they don't learn.
The overall ambience is a lot brighter and
We'll see, though.
cleaner and
Maybe they have.
livelier.
I
Oh,
think,
this
you
is-
know,
this is
the
Chuck.
the
Chuck.
visual art
yeah,
direction,
Chuck.
all that kind of stuff,
He's
it looks
friendlier
solid.
than he looks.
It's more about how fun
opposite-
is it to play on,
Yeah.
isn't it? Than what it
Opposite
looks
to
like.
the high streets are the low streets. So
Oh,
here,
power.
you know, you can find some stores and restaurants as well, but there are also a few abandoned buildings, and the mood is a lot dingier and darker. So it was super important for us that these two districts have their own unique, distinct identity.
Oh, they put it into that
because
thing.
again, they can feel pretty
That's the
maze-like.
Five Nights at Freddy realm and
you
the
can tell that as well from the
what's it
images.
called?
There is that distinction there, so that's been really good. And I got to say, I love on the PowerPoint that you've got a top
Garden
corner there,
of
the
Joy.
highlighted area of which part of the map. The
Yeah, that's a
image
really great way
reflects
to walk through this.
Really, really good. I love it.
Yeah, well, those two zones, especially like on either opposing corner, the high streets and low streets, they act as a nice
new
foil
realm.
to like
Don't
the
like
map's
it.
more sort of overall layout
copied
being a bit
this.
very simplistic and static because you have all kinds of stores and alleyways, connecting and chaining together.
I'm pretty sure that's only
and,
on
the level designer did a
Withered
really
Isle,
cool
innit?
job finding all kinds of ways to make some
Dredge
cool loops
and Five Nights
ensure
at
some
Freddy.
interesting gameplay.
I think you've all done amazing on this. I'm really excited to see this map coming onto the TV.
So much.
Yeah, because it's been a long time request.
Again, look at that in that shot right there. Look at that detail. There's so many little bits.
Yeah, we actually have some in-game footage here.
If you could click play, awesome.
So for this map, we really wanted to blend the aspects of indoor and outdoor maps together. So there are many places to hide and be stealthy, but there are also some open areas and large streets and alleyways for ranged killers or killers with dash powers. Again, like the way that all the stores are kind of intersecting and we have the alleyways, cutting through one another.
There's one.
Makes for some rather interesting gameplay.
The Exegate.
Yeah, the Exegate is a really cool one.
That's really cool.
I love it.
So we knew that creating this type of environment would be a very tricky challenge because, basing it on the city of Seoul, its unique identity is so tied with visual clutter and constant, visual noise. And we knew that we had to make sure that the density of lights and colors still had to be
Almost a different game. It does,
to
doesn't it?
best represent the environment that we were depicting. But at the same time, this came with a bit of a cost. We recognized that it would hinder some of the players' capabilities for finding some gameplay objectives.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm happy to announce that we also created that's the same video. A new asset that will be paired with generators. It's a unique sign that will flicker and until the generator is complete. So hopefully this will allow players to kind of view it from a distance and be able to spot these all throughout the map.
Oh, so it's not just in buildings, it's going to be generators that are on the outside as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So we'll have them on the front of certain buildings to indicate when generators are inside.
Okay.
But for the ones that are outside,
Very
we figured we
cyberpunk-like.
might as well
I mean,
make this language
visually, it's
consistent
probably
and
one of the
just have
best looking
them
maps, I'd say.
everywhere.
That's cool.
This is a look at the exit. It was very fun to...
I was talking to Dork earlier about this because she captured a bunch of these shots earlier.
Wonder how bad filters are going to look.
even
Oh,
this
it's going to
is
look
quite
horrific.
creepy
Filters look trash in
experience
general,
here.
though, don't
Even though
they?
you're escaping, it's a bit of a creepy, spooky
Reshade.
subway experience.
You never quite know where you're
Need
going
every advantage you can get, can't
when
you?
you run through those exit gates.
Prince, appreciate the raid, man.
There's some more
We're just watching the very end of this DVD thing.
Yeah, it's completely different, isn't it? Because that is so much more toned
How you
down
doing?
with the lights and the lighting and the colors.
Yeah, so overall, it was pretty challenging working on this
Appreciate
environment. It
early
was super,
efforts.
super fun, though. It was a very fun challenge. Our environment team,
Yeah,
we're not
they
the
look
biggest,
trash.
and we had to be very clever with how we modularized everything to fill the most space in the smallest amount of time. But we also
Is
wanted to keep
using
more
reshade
areas
considered
unique enough
cheating?
to
It should
stand
be,
out
but
as the
behavior
players.
requiring
We wanted
competence,
to
they
be
let
just
it
one
happen.
gigantic maze.
Yeah, having a landmark is really important. So you can find out where on the map you are when you're playing. Things like
So that's Killer Shark, as I said.
Shy.
That's right.
I'm just enraptured. I'm sorry. I should be filling the air here. There's Chuck again.
Oh, really?
Chuck.
Hex.
There's a second character similar to Chuck who actually is my favorite that I will not spoil.
I think
It's
I prefer
your
that one.
favorite.
You've been lurking for a bit.
Favorites.
We're going to have a civil war.
Yeah, we're playing soon.
Mascots.
People wanted me to react to this, so.
Favorites.
Well, now we just showed it.
Secret spoiled.
Yeah, so there are a lot of cool Easter eggs and secrets
Part
kind
one
of
at the very
littered
start.
throughout this map. Some jump scares, maybe. I won't spoil too much. I think the players are going to have a really fun time exploring these and discovering these for themselves.
Oh, I'm definitely
Absolutely.
looking forward to seeing them finding the Easter eggs.
I'm
and
very
seeing the posts on it and see who finds things
exactly
The survivors.
Yeah. I'm super proud of all the people that contributed to this map. I think it turned out great. The audio, the VFX, the animations, the level design, of course, the lighting, all of it helped to come together and breathe so much life into this environment.
Yep.
And I think, yeah, players are going to have fun exploring and ducking and hiding and also stalking and chasing in this this new map, the Trickster's Delusion.
Do we see this on Tuesday as well?
It suits him.
I like that name because
he does look very big, as I said. Making, right? It's hard to say though.
But
you'd have to run from one end to the other.
Tortured by his past. We got some questions. First one, Richard Carter, 2021. How large is this map?
So as I mentioned, it's 23 tiles, but this doesn't include the border fence. Usually, I think when we calculate the number of tiles and we give that as a surface area, it's not including the border fence.
Right. And what's that compared to?
What does that compare with?
There you go.
I'm trying to think.
I've been told it's on the smaller side.
Yeah.
But you know, there's no change in like elevation, like no secondary floors in this map.
Okay, that helps. Yeah.
But there are, like, I know that the nightclub, because that mosh pit in the center is quite large, but you cannot access it. It's more of a, you know, a pit where you can go around the middle. That's a lot of unused gameplay space, and there is, you know, it's a pretty big building to kind of navigate, like go around, but there's a lot of gameplay elements and some cool loops dotted here and there.
Okay.
It's going to be fun.
Okay, another one. I don't know if this is your realm so much, but from DJ Leader, will there be music?
There will be music in the club, but
make sure
not at first.
Oh.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, and make sure that it's like
from Raven's
safe from copyright.
What realm
behavior,
will this be part of?
So as I said, this is going to be a new realm, and it's going to be called the Sleepless District.
Weird. They've copied Vial with the
and also we did want to mention
the red
this will be in PTB on
Tuesday,
this is PTB. So just a few days away. It's PTB, so we're still actually not shipped yet. So we're still doing optimization on the performance of it. As you might imagine, there's a lot going on in this map. So what you experience on the PTB won't be what you experience once it launches. There might be a little bit of performance work that's still being done for that patch, the
crazy.
File that goes live on shipping day. So
you could have a little FPS drops here and there and things like that, especially in the areas where there's highlighting, that sort of thing.
Exactly. But this looks so good. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being on the screen, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly, Hex.
And a rather long show. Definitely. The Grimoire stuff.
It was very long, that. There you go. Thanks for watching. I mean, nothing really to take away. So, obviously, they've messed up Legion with the, what's it called, iridescent button thing. It's going to hurt Billy as well, but Billy doesn't really... Who are the killers that it's going to hurt? The special break-in. So it's going to hurt Billy. It's going to hurt Blight. That's fine. They're both S tiers. They can handle that. Legion's the one they're going to really hurt. Hag. I don't think Hag does. Orne. It probably won't matter with Orne either. Pyramid with the add-on. Probably won't matter with Pyramid either. Alien. I don't think it would be Alien, would it? Alien doesn't have a break. Demo. Yeah, a bit of a nerf to Demo. Demo's kind of shitter. Yes, I am liking Kill It In. We're going to jump on it now. Let me just do that. Nemesis. Probably won't. It won't matter too much. Like, Spirit Fury Enduring is more the noob kind of combo. The only issue is Legion's in such a bad place. He kind of needs something like that. And they took away the other thing, the Demon Legion, right? The thing that I found. So he was only left with Spirit Fury Enduring. So I guess you need to try and find something there. Legion OP, yeah.